You did not stumble into this message by accident. Something inside you has been shifting, something deep, something physical. Your body feels different lately, heavier some days, strangely electric on others. You wake up tired even after sleep. Your energy disappears without warning. You sit in silence and wonder, what is happening to me? Listen carefully, chosen one. This is not random. The world will tell you it is stress. They will say you are burned out. They will say you need more rest, more caffeine, more distraction. But the world cannot diagnose what it cannot perceive. And what is happening to you is not happening on the level the world understands. You were never built only for this dimension. You were always carrying a different assignment, a different blueprint, a different frequency. And now something ancient inside your spiritual DNA is beginning to activate. Quietly, powerfully, irreversibly. The body you were born with is not the final version of you. There are dormant circuits inside your nervous system. There are sleeping codes inside your cells. There are light frequencies your physical body was always destined to receive. And when those codes begin integrating, the body reacts. Not because it is breaking, but because it is upgrading. Most people on this planet will never experience this process. Their biology remains locked to the ordinary rhythm of the world. But you were marked. You were always meant to carry something heavier than normal life, something brighter than ordinary consciousness. And when that light begins entering the physical body, the vessel must adjust. It must slow down, it must recalibrate, it must rebuild itself to handle what is coming. That process is not comfortable. It can feel confusing, lonely, even frightening if you do not understand what is happening. But once you see the pattern, everything changes. Because what once looked like weakness suddenly reveals itself as evidence. Evidence that you are not like the others. In this message, you're about to uncover 9 signs your physical body is currently integrating higher dimensional light codes. 9 confirmations that your exhaustion, your strange sensations, your shifts in energy are not random disturbances. They are signals. Signals that your body is crossing a threshold most people will never reach. If this message resonates with something deep inside you, do not ignore that feeling, that recognition you feel right now. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. So stand with the others who know they are different. Subscribe to this channel. Join this awakening, because the more you understand this transformation, the less power confusion will have over you. And now, listen closely. First, understand this. The first sign your body is integrating higher dimensional light codes is unexplainable waves of exhaustion, not normal tiredness, something deeper. You wake up already drained. Your body feels heavy even when your life appears calm. You rest, yet the fatigue returns. Have you felt this moments where your energy simply disappears without warning? You question yourself. You wonder if something is wrong with you. But look deeper. Your body is not shutting down because you are weak. It is slowing down because something sacred is happening inside your cells. Your nervous system is being rewired. The old biological circuitry you lived with for years was designed for a lower frequency world, a denser rhythm, a slower spiritual bandwidth. But now new frequencies are arriving, and the body must adapt. Imagine forcing electricity through wires that were never built to carry that level of current. What happens? The system overheats. It pauses, it resets. That is what your body is doing right now. When the fatigue hits, it is not punishment, it is protection. Your system is temporarily shutting down normal output so deeper recalibration can occur beneath your awareness. While you lie still, while you feel tired, while the world thinks you are doing nothing, your cells are reorganizing, your nervous system is expanding its capacity. Your body is learning to carry light it has never held before. This is why ordinary solutions rarely fix the exhaustion. More sleep does not always solve it. More effort does not remove it. Because the root cause is not physical depletion, it is energetic reconstruction. Chosen one, hear this clearly. The enemy would love for you to interpret this season as weakness. He wants you to believe you are falling behind. He wants you to question your strength. But the truth is the opposite. You are not falling apart. You are being rebuilt, quietly, cell by cell, layer by layer. And when this phase stabilizes, the strength that follows will not be ordinary strength. It will be something the world cannot explain. But this is only the beginning, because when the body starts integrating light codes, exhaustion is only the first signal. Second, something even stranger begins to happen. The second sign begins to invade the hours that once belonged to rest. Your sleep changes. Not slightly, not occasionally, dramatically. You lie down expecting ordinary sleep, but the night refuses to behave the way it used to. You wake up at strange hours, 2 in the morning, 3, sometimes exactly the same time, night after night. And when your eyes open, you feel it. A strange alertness, not fully awake, not fully asleep. You ask yourself, why am I up again? The world would say insomnia, but you know something deeper is happening. Because when you do sleep, the dreams begin. Not ordinary dreams, not random fragments of memory. These dreams feel vivid, intense, symbolic. You walk through places you have never seen. You encounter people who feel strangely familiar. You receive messages that linger in your mind long after you wake. And sometimes the dreams feel almost prophetic, as if something is being shown to you, something the conscious mind cannot yet translate. Have you felt this moments where you wake from a dream with your heart racing, as if you were somewhere else moments ago? Chosen one, listen carefully. The night has become a sacred corridor for your transformation. While the world sleeps in unconscious darkness, your spirit is being trained. You see, the physical body rests, but your spirit does not. Your consciousness moves, your awareness travels. And during this phase of integration, something powerful is happening behind the veil of sleep. Light codes do not only enter through the mind, they enter through the deeper layers of consciousness. The layers that open when the body surrenders control. That is why the night becomes active. The enemy hates this, because while others drift through empty dreams, you are being prepared. Prepared through encounters you cannot yet explain. Prepared through symbols your spirit understands before your mind does. This is why your sleep fragments. You wake between cycles because the downloads are happening in stages. Your system pauses, processes, stabilizes, then continues. Think about it. Why do you sometimes wake suddenly with no noise, no reason, no disturbance? Because something inside you has just shifted. A new frequency landed, a new layer activated. Your body briefly wakes to stabilize the change. Then the process continues. The world will never understand this. They will say your sleep schedule is unhealthy. They will tell you to force normal patterns. But this is not disorder. This is divine recalibration. Chosen ones often go through seasons where the night becomes more active than the day, because heaven is preparing them, strengthening them, training them. You are not simply dreaming. You are being instructed. Your spirit is learning to navigate realms the physical mind cannot yet fully comprehend. This is why the dreams feel real. This is why the symbols repeat. This is why certain faces appear again and again. Your consciousness is expanding, and expansion requires adjustment. That adjustment can feel exhausting, confusing, even isolating, because you try to explain it to others, and they look at you with confusion. But understand this, not everyone has access to what you are experiencing. Not everyone is being trained the way you are. This is reserved for those carrying a different assignment. You were never meant to sleep through your destiny. You were meant to awaken inside it. And the night has become one of the places where your awakening is happening. Quietly, strategically, powerfully. But the changes do not stop with sleep, because when the body continues integrating these frequencies, something even more physical begins to happen. Third, a strange current begins moving through your body. The third sign begins inside the body itself, not in your thoughts, not in your emotions, in your nerves, in your spine, in the hidden circuitry of your physical vessel. You begin to feel sensations you cannot easily explain. A sudden tingling, a strange warmth spreading across your chest, pressure gathering at the crown of your head. Sometimes it moves slowly, sometimes it arrives like a pulse of electricity, a wave that travels through your spine and disappears before you can understand it. Have you felt this moments where your body seems to vibrate from the inside? Moments where your hands tingle, your scalp tightens, your chest fills with heat. You pause. You wonder, is something wrong with me? No, something is activating. Chosen one, understand what most people never will. Your body was not only designed to survive in this world, it was designed to receive power. Hidden inside your nervous system are pathways that ordinary consciousness never touches, dormant circuits, sleeping channels, ancient architecture placed within the human vessel long before you were born. And when light codes begin integrating, those circuits awaken, slowly, carefully, because the body must learn to handle what is entering it. This is why the sensations come in waves. Your system is adjusting. Your nervous system is being taught how to conduct a stronger current. Think about electricity. If you push too much voltage through weak wiring, the system burns out. So heaven does not flood you all at once. It increases the current gradually, pulse by pulse, layer by layer. And every time you feel that strange movement inside your body, something is expanding. The crown pressure you feel, that is awareness opening above the limits of the physical mind. The warmth in your chest, that is the heart center, activating as a transmitter of divine frequency. The tingling along your spine, that is the central channel of your body beginning to carry energy it once could not sustain. The world has no language for this, so they dismiss it. They call it stress. They call it imagination. But you know better, because when these sensations come, something shifts in your awareness too. You feel more alert, more sensitive, more aware of energies around you. This is not coincidence. As the circuits activate, your perception expands. And that makes you dangerous to darkness, because darkness survives in ignorance. Darkness thrives when people remain numb. But you are becoming sensitive. Sensitive to lies, sensitive to hidden agendas, sensitive to spiritual atmospheres others walk through blindly. That sensitivity begins in the body. Your vessel is becoming a conductor, a living receiver, a human instrument capable of holding frequencies that disrupt deception. Do you understand the gravity of that? Your body is learning to carry spiritual voltage, the kind that exposes darkness, the kind that awakens sleeping souls, the kind that makes the enemy uncomfortable when you enter a room. That is why the process can feel intense. Your system is being fortified, strengthened, prepared, and once the body stabilizes with this current, your presence alone will begin to shift atmospheres. But the transformation does not stop with energy moving through your body, because once these circuits awaken, another shift begins, one that changes how your body interacts with the physical world itself. Fourth, suddenly certain environments and habits begin to feel unbearable. The fourth sign begins to separate you from things that once felt normal. Foods you used to enjoy suddenly feel heavy. Places you once tolerated now feel unbearable. Conversations that once seemed harmless begin draining your energy. You feel it immediately, not as a thought, as a physical reaction. Your stomach tightens. Your head feels foggy. Your chest grows uneasy. Have you noticed this shift? Moments when you enter certain environments and your body instantly resists. Moments when certain foods leave you feeling slow, clouded, almost spiritually dull. You start asking yourself questions. Why does this suddenly bother me? Why can I no longer tolerate what everyone else seems comfortable with? Listen carefully. This is not you becoming difficult. This is you becoming calibrated. Your body is beginning to recognize frequencies, not just nutrients, frequencies, because every environment carries energy. Every meal carries vibration. Every habit carries a spiritual imprint. And when your body begins integrating higher light codes, something powerful happens. Your tolerance for low frequencies collapses. What once blended into the background now stands out like noise in a quiet room. Your system rejects it, instinctively. You do not need someone to explain it to you. Your body already knows. This is why certain foods suddenly feel wrong, not because they were always poisonous, but because your frequency has shifted beyond them. Your vessel is being prepared for a higher current, and low-frequency inputs begin interfering with that current. Imagine trying to run precision machinery on contaminated fuel. It cannot function, the system sputters, the engine struggles. Your body is refusing that contamination now. The same thing begins happening with environments. Crowded spaces feel overwhelming. Chaotic places feel suffocating. Loud conversations filled with negativity feel like pressure on your nervous system. You feel the energy immediately, the tension, the deception, the spiritual heaviness others ignore, and your body withdraws. Not out of weakness, out of awareness. The chosen cannot remain comfortable in atmospheres where darkness dominates. Light exposes everything. Light reacts. Light refuses to merge with what corrupts it. This is why you may find yourself craving silence more than noise, nature more than buildings, stillness more than stimulation. You may want to sit alone, walk alone, breathe alone, and the world may misunderstand this. They may call it antisocial. They may say you are isolating yourself, but they do not understand what your body is protecting. You are not withdrawing from life. You are withdrawing from interference. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Your vessel is aligning with a different ecosystem, an energetic environment that supports clarity instead of confusion, peace instead of chaos, truth instead of deception. And once this alignment begins going backwards, becomes almost impossible, because the body remembers. It remembers what higher frequency feels like. And once you taste that clarity, darkness becomes obvious, too obvious. That is why the separation intensifies. Not everyone can walk where you are being led. Not every space can hold the energy you are beginning to carry. And as your body continues integrating these frequencies, the purification goes even deeper, because the next shift does not just affect what you consume, it begins clearing what your soul has been carrying. Fifth, sudden emotional waves begin rising from places you thought were already healed. The fifth sign begins in the place most people try to hide from: your emotions. Suddenly they rise without warning. A wave of sadness appears in the middle of an ordinary day. Tears come even though nothing around you has changed. Then just as quickly, peace arrives, even joy. A strange, quiet joy that has no obvious cause. Have you felt this moments where emotions surge through you, like a storm passing across the sky? You pause. You try to find a logical explanation, but nothing in your environment explains the intensity of what you are feeling. So the mind begins to question, why am I suddenly emotional? Why am I feeling things that don't even belong to this moment? Listen carefully, chosen one. This is not emotional instability. This is spiritual cleansing. The light codes entering your system do not only activate energy, they expose what has been buried. Deep inside your cellular memory are layers of stored emotion. Pain from years you thought you had already moved past. Disappointments you buried so you could keep moving. Moments of rejection, moments of loneliness, moments where darkness tried to convince you that you were forgotten. But that is not all. Some of the weight you carry did not even begin with you. It came through bloodlines, through ancestral memory, through generations that carried wounds they never had the chance to release. And when higher light enters the body, those hidden layers cannot remain. Light exposes everything. Light brings truth to the surface. Light forces the release of what darkness tried to store inside your soul. So the emotions rise. They rise so they can leave. You are not breaking down. You are emptying out. Every tear is space being created. Every emotional wave is a door opening inside your spirit, a door where old pain exits and new strength enters. This is why the process can feel overwhelming, because the body is clearing years, sometimes lifetimes, of emotional density. And when that density leaves, something extraordinary begins to appear underneath. Clarity, strength, identity, the true version of you that was buried beneath all that weight. Chosen one, understand this. Darkness depends on emotional residue. It uses unhealed pain as leverage. It whispers lies into the wounds you never released. But when those wounds leave your system, the enemy loses his grip. This is why the purge is necessary. This is why the emotions come in waves. Heaven is removing the anchors that once slowed your destiny. And every time you release another layer, your power becomes more stable, more focused, more dangerous to deception. You start to notice something new. Situations that once triggered you no longer control you. Old memories lose their sting. Your emotional reactions become clearer, calmer, stronger. Why? Because the light is reclaiming territory inside your spirit. And once that territory is reclaimed, darkness has fewer places left to hide. Do you see the pattern now? Your exhaustion was preparation. Your strange sleep was training. The energy in your body was activation. The rejection of old environments was alignment. And now your emotions are being purified. This is not chaos. This is construction. You are being rebuilt to carry something greater. And when the cleansing continues, another shift begins to appear. One that changes how you feel the world around you. Sixth, your sensitivity to energy becomes impossible to ignore. The sixth sign begins to change how you experience the presence of other people. Crowded rooms feel different now, not just loud, draining. You walk into certain environments and within minutes your energy begins to drop. Your chest tightens. Your mind becomes foggy. Your body wants to leave, even when nothing obvious is wrong. Have you felt this? Moments where you stand among people and suddenly feel exhausted for no clear reason. Moments where one conversation leaves you strangely unsettled, even though the words sounded normal. You start asking yourself questions. Why does this place feel heavy? Why does that person make my spirit uneasy? Listen carefully. Chosen one. This is not social anxiety. This is spiritual sensitivity. Your nervous system is becoming an antenna for frequencies most people cannot detect. Because as light codes integrate into your body, your perception expands. Not just mentally, biologically, your system begins reading energy the way the eyes read light. Instantly, without explanation. You can feel tension behind a smile. You can sense deception hiding inside polite words. You can walk into a room and immediately know whether the atmosphere is peaceful or polluted. This awareness does not come from overthinking. It comes from alignment. Your body is learning to recognize truth, and darkness hates that, because darkness survives in disguise. It depends on people staying numb. It depends on people ignoring the subtle signals their spirit is sending. But you cannot ignore them anymore. Your system refuses. When someone carries hidden hostility, you feel it. When someone carries jealousy, you feel it. When an environment is saturated with stress, anger, or deception, your body reacts instantly. And at first, this sensitivity can feel overwhelming. You may wonder why simple interactions suddenly exhaust you. You may ask why you prefer distance more than before, why solitude suddenly feels peaceful, while crowds feel chaotic. The world will misunderstand this. They will say you are becoming antisocial. They will say you are withdrawing. But the truth is deeper. You are not withdrawing from people. You are withdrawing from interference. Your nervous system is protecting the frequency you are learning to carry. Chosen ones cannot remain comfortable in spiritually contaminated atmospheres. Light reacts to darkness. It exposes it. It disrupts it. And when your body begins carrying stronger frequencies, it also becomes more selective. Selective about where you go. Selective about who you allow close. Selective about what energy you permit inside your space. This is wisdom, not weakness. Discernment is one of the greatest defenses heaven places inside the chosen. Because the enemy rarely attacks directly, he disguises himself through manipulation, through false kindness, through subtle influence. But your sensitivity is beginning to dismantle those disguises. You can feel what others ignore. You can sense what others overlook. And as this ability strengthens, something powerful begins to happen. You stop doubting your instincts. You trust what your spirit tells you. You recognize atmospheres faster. You withdraw from danger sooner. You protect your peace without apology. That is not isolation. That is authority. Your body is learning to navigate spiritual warfare in real time, but the transformation continues. Because when sensitivity grows strong enough, another shift begins to unfold inside you. A quiet stillness. A deep awareness that feels almost supernatural. Seventh, a profound inner silence begins to appear in the middle of chaos. The seventh sign does not arrive as noise. It arrives as silence. A silence so deep it surprises you. You could be standing in the middle of chaos. People talking, phones ringing, life moving at its normal frantic speed. And suddenly, something shifts inside you. Everything slows. Your breathing steadies. Your mind grows quiet. A deep stillness appears in the center of your awareness. Have you felt this moments where time itself seems to stretch? Moments where you step back internally and watch everything around you without being pulled into it. You notice the tension in the room, but it does not touch you. You see the stress in others, but it does not enter you. There is a calm inside you that feels almost supernatural, and you wonder, why am I so still while everything around me is frantic? Chosen one, understand what is happening and what is. Your consciousness is stabilizing at a higher level. Before this stage, the light codes were activating your body, rewiring your nervous system, clearing emotional residue, increasing your sensitivity. But now something even greater begins to occur. The higher awareness that once came in flashes begins to settle. It no longer visits you occasionally. It begins to live inside you. This is why the stillness appears, because higher consciousness is not chaotic. It is not reactive. It does not panic when darkness moves. It observes, it discerns. It responds with authority. And when this awareness begins anchoring in your body, your reactions change. Situations that once triggered anxiety no longer control you. Drama that once pulled you into emotional storms now looks distant. You see it, but you are not swallowed by it. This is not emotional numbness. It is spiritual elevation. You are learning to stand above the noise of the world, to see through deception without being shaken by it. And darkness notices this, because chaos is one of the enemy's favorite weapons. Confusion, fear, emotional storms designed to destabilize your mind. But when stillness takes root inside you, those weapons lose power. You no longer react the way you used to. You pause, you observe, you choose your response instead of being dragged into reaction. That calm becomes unsettling to those who operate through manipulation, because they expect emotional chaos. They expect panic, but you bring something different. Presence, authority, clarity. Chosen one. This stillness is not passivity. It is power under control. It is the sign of a consciousness that has stepped beyond ordinary perception. You begin seeing patterns others cannot see. You recognize motives faster. You discern truth beneath appearances. Why? Because your awareness is expanding beyond the limits of ordinary human reaction. The higher mind is beginning to anchor itself inside your physical vessel. And when that alignment stabilizes, your presence changes. People feel it. Some feel peace around you. Others feel exposed. Because light that carries stillness also carries truth. And truth makes darkness uncomfortable. This is why the chosen eventually become impossible to manipulate, impossible to confuse, impossible to control. Your mind becomes clear, your spirit becomes steady, your presence becomes anchored. But the transformation is not finished, because once the higher awareness begins stabilizing inside you, another layer of identity begins dissolving, an old version of you that cannot travel where you are going. Eighth, you begin realizing the person you used to be can no longer exist. The eighth sign begins to dismantle the identity you once believed was permanent. You start noticing something unsettling. The person you used to be no longer feels real. Old motivations lose their grip. Dreams that once drove you suddenly feel hollow. Roles you once played begin slipping off your shoulders. You look at your own life and feel a strange distance. Have you experienced this, moments where you think about your past goals and they no longer feel like yours? Moments where the version of you that once fit so neatly into the world now feels unfamiliar. It can feel disorienting, even frightening, because identity is the structure most people build their entire lives around. Who they are, what they want, where they belong. But suddenly that structure begins dissolving, and the mind asks dangerous questions. Who am I becoming? Why does the old version of me feel like it cannot return, chosen one? Listen carefully. This is not identity confusion. This is identity transformation. The light codes entering your system are not just adjusting your energy. They are rewriting your internal blueprint. The old self was designed to survive in a lower frequency world, a world built on competition, comparison, approval, fear. But that identity cannot carry the destiny being awakened inside you now. It is too small, too limited. too shaped by survival instead of purpose. So it begins to fall away, slowly, layer by layer. This is why things you once tolerated now feel impossible, why certain ambitions suddenly feel meaningless, why the expectations of others begin losing their influence over your decisions. You are shedding the identity that was built for a different version of reality, and that shedding can feel lonely, because people who knew the old version of you will notice the shift. Some will say you have changed. Some will say you are becoming distant. Some will say they no longer recognize you. But what they are really seeing is transformation, the lower frequency self-dissolving, the chosen identity emerging. And that process is not comfortable. A caterpillar does not become a butterfly by holding on to its old body. The old structure must dissolve completely before the new form can emerge. Chosen one, the same law applies here. You are not losing yourself. You are outgrowing the version of yourself that could not carry your assignment. The world may not understand this, but heaven does, because this phase is not about improvement. It is about reconstruction. Your entire human template is being rewritten. Your motivations shift, your priorities realign, your perception deepens. You begin making choices the old version of you would never have understood. Why? Because the new identity forming inside you is built for purpose, built for clarity, built for authority. And once that identity stabilizes, you become impossible to push back into the old mold, impossible to shrink, impossible to silence. Darkness fears this stage, because once the chosen fully step into their true identity, manipulation stops working, pressure stops working, fear stops working. You stop negotiating with limitations the world once convinced you were permanent. But understand this, the transformation is not finished yet, because once the old identity dissolves, something even more powerful begins to appear. Ninth, your presence itself begins to disrupt the atmosphere around you. The ninth sign is the one darkness fears the most, because at this stage, the transformation inside you can no longer stay hidden. It begins affecting the atmosphere around you. You walk into a room and something shifts, not because you say anything, not because you try to influence anyone, just your presence. Have you noticed this? Some people feel drawn to you immediately. They open up without understanding why. They trust you before they know your story. They feel peace standing near you, as if something inside them recognizes something inside you. But others react very differently. They grow uneasy, defensive, sometimes even hostile, and they cannot explain it. You have done nothing wrong. You have spoken no harsh words, yet something about your presence unsettles them. Chosen one. This is the moment the light becomes visible, not to the eyes, but to the spirit. Your body is no longer just integrating higher frequencies. It is transmitting them. The codes that awakened inside you are now radiating outward. And light always produces two reactions. Those who carry dormant light feel awakened. Those who carry hidden darkness feel exposed. You become a mirror that reveals what others are carrying. And many people are not ready for that reflection. So some will feel peace around you, others will feel pressure, not because you attack them, but because truth has a presence and your body now carries it. You are becoming a living transmitter of a different reality. This is why certain people suddenly distance themselves from you. Your frequency disrupts what they are comfortable maintaining. Illusion cannot remain stable around clarity. Deception cannot relax around discernment. And darkness cannot hide in the presence of awakened light. Do you understand what this means? You are no longer simply awakening. You are becoming a catalyst, an atmosphere shifter, a spiritual signal tower that radiates truth whether you speak or not. This is why the enemy fought so hard to delay your awakening. This is why the exhaustion came, the confusion, the isolation, the emotional storms. All of it was warfare. Because if you reach this stage, your existence alone would begin dismantling darkness. And now you are here. The vessel has been recalibrated. The circuits have awakened. The emotional weight has been cleared. The false identity has fallen away. What remains is the real you, the chosen version, the one heaven designed before the world ever knew your name. So hear this clearly. You are not imagining this transformation. You are not losing control. You are stepping into alignment. And once alignment reaches this level, there is no going backwards, because light does not return to sleep once it has awakened. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. You were never ordinary. You were never random. You were marked, protected, prepared. Every battle you faced was shaping your vessel. Every rejection was separating you from what could not walk with your destiny. Every strange shift inside your body was preparation for the power you now carry. The enemy tried to exhaust you, but you endured. The enemy tried to confuse you, but you kept seeking truth. The enemy tried to isolate you, but isolation became your training ground. Now the light inside you is active, and darkness knows it, so stand in it. Do not shrink. Do not question the transformation. Accept the calling. If these signs are happening in your life, write 9 in the comments. Let the other chosen ones know they are not alone in this awakening. Subscribe to this channel, because this is only the beginning of what you are becoming. And remember this truth as you move forward. You were never meant to blend into the world. You were sent to change its frequency. You are chosen, and what has been awakened inside you cannot be reversed.